In today's video, we're looking at my $100,000 vintage sealed collection. What's up, guys? We're back with another collection video, and I've been wanting to do some of these recently, like talk about my collection more, show off my collection, everything like that. And I was thinking about how I could do it. I could do the whole collection, and that seemed like a lot of work. So I'm deciding to do it maybe in pieces. We're going to do the ghost binder at some point, and I figured I'd show you guys my $100,000 vintage box collection because it actually is right around 100,000 for the first time ever. So I figured it'd be a perfect time. Before that, we have a giveaway. Since we're showing off boxes, I'm going to be giving away a 25th anniversary Pharaoh Servant box. Just like the video, be subscribed, turn on notifications. Let me know your favorite box from the collection and what do you think about vintage boxes in general. Let's get to it. Before we get into it, I want to remind you guys that tonight we're giving away a first edition Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon and first edition Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician in the stream tonight on Whatnot. 4 p.m. Central, we're opening 2 Metal Raiders boxes, first edition, hobby, and retail, so a chance at Thousand Dragon and Gate Guardian, and every other ultra rare, super rare you could want. It's going to be absolutely insane, plus those giveaways are massive, and there's more giveaways to come. So all you have to do is follow me on Whatnot. Click that link down below, get $15 free credit if you're a new user. Oh, and the $20 bundles are still available. They haven't sold out yet. There's a couple left. You can buy 7 packs for $20, and if you're a new user, you get $15 off, and you get a bonus Bonanza pack. Last week for bonus Bonanza packs, because guess what? We have Stampede next week, so it'll start being a bonus Stampede pack. So look forward to that and get last chance to get Bonanza. So go buy that $20 bundle, buy it for $5 if you're a new user, get 8 packs. Pretty amazing. And then you could potentially win some giveaways. So the giveaways are already up. So if you buy something now, you're in the buyer's appreciation giveaway for the Dark Magician, and the Blue Eyes is going to be for everybody. All you have to do is have an account for that to win the Blue Eyes. So first off, we need to start with the background. Back here, you guys can see boxes 1 through 10. And yes, I'm going to take them out of the background so we can look at them a little bit closer. So we'll start off with the number 1 box, the holy grail of boxes, the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon first edition. So, okay, as I'm talking about this, yeah, $100,000 is a big number, right? It's a lot of money. It's very expensive. Well, why do I have $100,000 in vintage boxes? Am I going to be keeping every single box that I have? Absolutely not. So I buy these boxes so that we can do one, we can have them for Whatnot breaks and Ruxin34.com breaks, stuff like that. Also, I want to collect some of these boxes, so it's a little bit of a mix. So first of all, I do want to, at some point, it's like a long-term goal. At some point, I would love to have every box. Now, it's going to be really hard, even though I have a lot of the oldest boxes. It's still insane because there's like 300 sets. So that's a lot of boxes, and there's a lot of rare ones in between there, like Retro Pack 2 and stuff like that. So this stuff is, while it is awesome and everything, it is, there's still a long way to go if I want to get every single box. So that's like an outside thing. But also, even if I do want all those, you can't buy them all at once because I am not made out of money. I know I said I have a 6-figure box collection. But guess what? Unless you sell them, they aren't worth 6 figures. So while I have them, they're just really cool items. So they can't buy more boxes with that. So some of these will be sold, some of them will not. That's the first box. Let's take a look at the second set ever, my favorite set, Metal Raiders. This is one I bought. Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Found a guy with a bunch of boxes, and I bought this one and a couple other boxes that you'll see later from him. And let's see, it's actually the worst condition Metal Raiders box I have. It's not bad, but it's a little dinged up. And because I figured because we're doing the Whatnot stream tonight, it'd be good to show off some sealed product. We're going to be opening 2 of these boxes, one hobby, one retail. So Thousand Dragon and Gate Guardian potential tonight on Whatnot at 4 p.m. Central. So I want to see you guys there. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a big opening. I love Metal Raiders, and as you can tell, it does have that ding, but it's still in pretty good condition. But the other ones I have are really, really nice. So I do have multiples of some, but I may or may not show those. I'm going to just show a lot of the different ones. So that's the hobby box, the 101849. Right now I have the first, hobby boxes, but I'm working on the retail. The retail, I do not have everything right now. So working on that as we go, but that's Metal Raiders, one of my favorite boxes. I want to give you guys a good look at everything because I was also going to tell you guys this early on in my, my YouTube journey. I didn't even want sealed boxes. I wasn't a sealed box guy. If you guys remember, I opened everything. So I would get a box and I would immediately open, not immediately, but I would open it, like I was like always planning on opening. I was never planning on holding on to it. And I'm like, why would I even want sealed product? It's just like, it could be resealed and, it's just a lot of like, what if it gets wet or something, just like you got all these worries about it, stuff like that, which, yes, is still a real thing, but you could have insurance and everything. But it's still like, you know, a little nerve-wracking to hold on to versus cards, a little bit easier to store, not as big, stuff like that. Well, things changed once I kind of opened everything. You know, we opened all these boxes, the original. I've opened them all multiple times at this point. And I'm like, you know, I do love opening the boxes, but now it's almost cooler to have the sealed box, right? Because I've already opened it before. I pulled most of the cards. The sealed box itself is just a really cool item to have. And so I started collecting those. It was very casual early on. I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to get all the boxes. Because if you guys remember, first of all, Magic Ruler box is in really good shape. If you guys remember COVID, there was no way I was getting all those boxes. Like, you know, $100,000 collection I'm showing you guys sounds like a lot. But in COVID, all these boxes were worth way more. Like Blue Eyes was 50,000. It's now 15, 16, 17, whatever it is. Probably like, you know, 18. I don't know, whatever it is. It's not 50. So yeah, it's just, the times have changed. It's come down quite a bit, which is the reason I've been able to acquire these boxes. So I actually am really happy that it's not COVID times anymore. And watching the Pokemon market and everything with what's going on there, people are beating each other up for cards, like the new stuff just to scalp it. I'm really glad we're not at that level anymore. Like, it is cool to have new people join the hobby, but when the new people are the people that are fighting each other to get new product, I'm not necessarily upset that is not in our community at the moment. So there's a lot of weirdness going on with that. So it's kind of nice to have like the cheaper prices. Like, I know cheaper, like this stuff is still worth thousands of dollars, especially the LOB and the Metal Raiders and stuff, but it's still that expensive. But compared to what it was, and like people like, you know, trying to buy and hope that it goes to $1 billion, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just a lot easier this way, right? Okay, and so far we have been going in order. So it was the first set. I mean, this is all core sets and everything. I don't have any Dark Beginning boxes or anything like that. I think they came out in 2005, so we're still not close to that. This is the first box of two. No, wait, I'm not going in order. Wait, I messed that up. That's the 6th box. Let's go to the 5th box. This is the first box of 2003. Or did I have those in the wrong order on my setup? I might have. Labyrinth of Nightmare is actually the 5th order, or the 5th box. So 2002, those first 4 sets were all 2002, the first year of the TCG. Here is the first year of 2003. So Labyrinth of Nightmare, you can see the Mask of Restrict. You can see the Mask of Restrict there. You can see Last Word from Another Planet, Dark Necrofear. There's a lot of really cool stuff on this Labyrinth of Nightmare box as well. I didn't even have this box until YCS Orlando. I think I have 2 now, and we already opened one. I can't remember. So, somehow I ended up buying a big collection you guys saw. I think you saw it yesterday. So that was a lot of the boxes that we added. So yeah, some of these are going to be kept in the collection, at least one of these Labyrinth of Nightmare, and then some, of course, are going to be in box breaks and everything. And I know you guys have been wanting to see collection videos, so I'm trying to show off some of the personal collections. It's been a while since we've done that. A lot of this is personal, some of it's not, but I'm just going to show you all the different boxes I have. Legacy of Darkness. If I just show you one of everything, it's likely all that stuff's going to stay in the collection, trying to collect everything. One of the worst boxes I'm not looking forward to now that I've done all the hobby stuff is the MFC First retail box, because it's just not worth buying unless you want it in your collection. So I'm just going to waste a bunch of money buying that, sadly, at some point. There's a Tyrant Dragon. Last turn there, Dark Ruler Hades, and Breed the Matchless General. So that's the 6th set in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now for the 7th set, another one I picked up recently. I think I got this specific one from Cool Trainer Ryan. Shout out to him. I heard he was in the hospital, so hopefully he's doing okay. Prayers up for Ryan. Hopefully everything is fine. Hellpoimer, we have the Guardian Sphinx, the Fushio Richie. We've had some weird pulls out of this set. Pharaonic Guardian's got some weird stuff, like the glossy cards randomly, then they're way off center or like way miscut, and they have the weird edges. There's Hellpalmer as the cover card. So really cool card, really strange set overall. Like one of the least desired sets overall. I think Ancient Sanctuary is the only one that is maybe Legacy of Darkness. It's kind of around the same area, but it's still pretty nice. Then we have the big one, MFC. I recently picked up from Cool Trainer Ryan as well, so shout out to him. Here it is, and this is the only set they did first edition at the top right. So you might be like, oh, it's unlimited. It's actually right here. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's a little, I guess they wanted to kind of group it together, but now it's just confusing compared to everything else. So strange decision, Konami. This is the 8th set overall, still in 2003. Really sweet looking, the Dark Paladin. There's your code right there. I mean, these have 36-pack boxes. So you, all the boxes from Magic Ruler to Dark Crisis have 24 and 36. So if it's a 24, it's a hobby box. So 36 is a retail box. That's only from Magic Ruler to Dark Crisis. That's it. After that, it's different. keep that in mind. We haven't even hit Dark Crisis yet. It's the next set. So Dark Paladin on the front. There's no Dark Magician Girl in the box. That's interesting. I never really noticed that. This is a little Sharpie, but you know, it's just on the seal. So no big deal. Really cool box. I mean, should I open it for Dark Magician Girl? Not going to. All right, first edition Dark Crisis. I also got this one from the same guy I got. Look, that one's, it's pretty beat up. It's one of my most beat up boxes. Pretty creased right there, but same guy I got Lewis hooked me up with in that Metal Raiders box. I think we also got a couple other boxes, but I don't think I have those anymore. And the thing is, I paid like COVID, or not full COVID, but a little bit after COVID prices on these. This one wasn't too bad. The Metal Raiders, I paid $7,500. It's worth like $3,000 now. So got destroyed on that box. That's why I haven't sold it, because I'm like, yeah, I can't sell it. I'm going to lose like over half my money. I'm going to hold on to it. And I'm like, I'll keep it in my collection, but it's the worst condition one. So I'm like, technically I could sell it in place of another one that I got for cheaper, and it'd be like the other one could take its place at $7,500, you know, like the accounting method of, you know, LIFO, FIFO stuff. Yeah, accounting stuff. So, but it just feels like I should wait. I don't know if it's ever going to go to $7,500 again. I mean, at this rate, probably won't, but I just feel bad selling it so much cheaper. And so it's like, I guess it'll just be in my collection. Same thing with this one. This one, if I do get another one, I'll probably replace it, because the condition is not amazing. But these Dark Crisis 24-pack boxes do not come up super often. So I'm probably just going to hang on to this, you know, in my collection until one does come up. All right, double digit boxes, number 10. We're in 2004 now. Dark Crisis was the last of 2003. The Invasion of Chaos. This I actually got from a sealed case that was auctioned off on one of the auction platforms. Went in with some other people and we all got an Invasion of Chaos box. I really should have bought more. They weren't that cheap. They were pretty cheap compared to what I think this should be, but then they went even lower after that because everything just went super cheap. I think this box, because multiple of us bought one, like some sold it and it felt like there was more on the market, but oh, it's a little crease there, even straight out of the case, sadly, but pretty minimal. It's not too bad, but really nice looking box. But yeah, I think it's kind of coming back to how rare it actually is, because for a while it felt like there was a lot because there's 12 boxes out there that people were selling. Now it's kind of returning to, oh, this is actually one of the harder boxes to find. Same thing with Dark Crisis. It gets, after like Pharaonic Guardian, it gets way harder to find stuff like Dark Crisis, Magician's Force, Invasion of Chaos. Like they start getting a lot more scarce compared to those first 7. Even though LLB First is a different story, but like even MRD, it's like they're out there. Like it's a cool set, it's a popular set, but they're out there. But once you start getting to these, it's really, there are still some out there, but it's just a lot harder. Like there's a lot less out there. So Invasion of Chaos, pretty amazing box. All right, and here's the last of the OG boxes, the Ancient Sanctuary box. I got this one from Kraken Packs. I traded him at Collecticon Charlotte. Traded him, I think it was like one of the retail cybernetic revolution boxes I had, and we did something else. It was this and something else to get it. This is the first time I had gotten one, so very cool. This is the cheapest of the first 11. It's very cool. It has a sticker there, but a lot of them actually do have that sticker for this for some reason. I don't know why. And it's Ancient Sanctuary, so I'm not that worried about it, honestly. I'm not trying to hate on Ancient Sanctuary. Definitely the ugliest of all the boxes. Like it looks kind of dull, honestly. Like it just, I guess it's just the color. Like it's kind of an sand color, so it's not overly interesting. The pack itself is not really like full of amazing cards. There are some good ones, but sadly, Ancient Sanctuary, you are easily the worst of the original 11, but gotta have it. It's pretty cool. All right, then we go on to the middle ground. It's kind of like OG and GX. People can't decide, is this an OG box? Is it a GX box? Personally, I think it's an OG box. Yugi's on it. So it's like Yugi's on the front. How can it be a GX box? I know they go into the ultis and they change up how it works, but I think it's got to be called an OG box because Yugi's on the front, even though they did change up and put ultimate rares in there versus secrets and stuff like that. So Soul of the Duelist, this is a hobby box here. There are retail of this as well. This is when they start doing the weird hobby retail split, which is bad. Before it was just different secret rares. That was it. So like Pharaoh's Servant, you'd either get Genzo or you get Imperial Order. That was the only difference. Everything else was the same. When you get to these boxes and then early GX, it splits up if you get ultras and supers as ultimate rare. So like your Horus could be ultra or it could be ultimate rare. Or if you got a retail box, you could only get Horus as an ultra rare. You couldn't get the ultimate rare. Only the rares would come as ultis. So like if you get Ojama King as a rare, you could get that as an ulti. So the retail boxes were significantly worse for getting like those really big cards. So that really sucked. Like that was a really lame way to do it. I'm really sad that they changed it up to be like that, because that makes these hobby boxes just are, the hobby boxes are nice, but the retail boxes are just like, am I gonna open that? Like there has to be like really good rares in there that become ultis, which is pretty unusual. Normally it's just like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's like, it's the best you're gonna get, and the box itself is really expensive. So very cool. I think I actually got this one case fresh too, so very cool. Now to box number unlucky 13. Rise of Destiny. This is one that is also, maybe not the box itself, but just packs of Rise of Destiny have been very common throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like people just have tons and tons of Rise of Destiny. Usually it is the retail variant. This one itself is a hobby box. So the weird part about this is they have the creator there and that's it. It's like a window to creator, like a card. And then there's nothing else. There's no other monsters on the side. They did that with Soul the Duelist as well, but they started doing that. I don't really like that they did that. I thought the monsters were cool. This is a hobby code. There are 3 different versions of this box. There's a hobby, there's a retail, and there's a Euro box. The Euro box is a mixture of hobby and retail. So you could get, one of your cards could be an ultra super ulti, the other one could be a rare ulti, which honestly is just probably how they should have done it to begin with, because then you could get anything, you know what I mean? Or they should have just made it where you could get 2 of one, 2 of the other, like it didn't matter. Like it just, everything's in there. But at least with the Euro box, which I do have a Euro box, let's see if I can find it. I'll try to get the code. I think it's 57. Okay, I was able to locate it. Here is the Rise of Destiny box. So it looks exactly the same, except the code right here. For some reason, so 39 is hobby, 45 is retail. So that means you're getting the rare ultis. For some reason, it's 12 later in the European, for the European number. This means you're getting 1 of each. So kind of weird, but also really cool. I do not have a retail Rise of Destiny, but I do have those 2. So that's kind of some good info. They started doing those Euro boxes, I think, for like Soul the Duelist and after that. So it's possible you'll see those at some point. So make sure you check the code when you buy those boxes. And then we have box 14. This is where it officially ends and GX starts, like for sure. It's definitely GX. It's like stuff from the GX show. Lost Millennium is next. So this is the last box of the original 14. So I have officially acquired all the hobby boxes for the first 14, which is insane. Very exciting. I did not expect. I say that. I'm not even sure if my LOB is hobby, but I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's a Try-One box, which is hobby. The Gaias are actually a lot rarer, so I should probably double check, but I'm pretty sure mine's not a Gaia. 103024, 103030 is the retail. So if you end up with that, that is a retail box. You'll get the rares and stuff. So here's the last one before you hop into GX. Really cool. I just got this one from Ryan as well. So I have completed the original 14, which was it was not always a goal because I told you I didn't like boxes. Then I'm like, you know, it'd be really cool to have the original 11. And then it became the original 14. And now it's like, it'd be cool to have GX, you know? So I do have some GX stuff that I'm going to show you guys. I also have a couple retail boxes I'm going to show you guys for the first 11 as well. So here is one of the 36 pack boxes. So as you can see, look, I don't have my front and guard. I set it aside, but that's kind of the difference. If you look at that Flaming Eternity, it's a much bigger box. This has 36 packs inside. It's guaranteed to be retail. On these 3rd to 9th set in Yu-Gi-Oh! They have these big boxes and they're always retail. So a little bit different, same ratios, but more packs. So you end up getting more foils because there's more packs to deal with. And there is the code. If you like codes, you don't even need it because it's 36. It's really hard to see because that right there. And it tends to, you know, there tends to be some crinkling on the box because it's so tall. So very cool. Pharaonic Guardian, awesome stuff. Okay, Pharaoh's Servant first edition. This one's actually in really good shape, like really nice. So beautiful looking box, 36 pack. There's the code right there. 101898. You don't need it because it's the 36, so you know you're not getting Jinso, you're getting Imperial Order if you open this up. So another reason you see 36 a lot of time, you're like, because like the better secret is usually in hobby, like Genzo, Pharaonic Guardian, it's Ring of Destruction versus Lava Golem. It's kind of close, but I do like Ring of Destruction better, but really cool. Pharaoh's Servant. Then I do have a couple of GX boxes. I don't have all of them, but I have a couple. I'm not going to go in order because I can't ever remember. I think it's Lost Millennium. Is it Cybernetic Revolution next? I think it is. I think it's Lost Millennium, Cybernetic Revolution. So I'm going to do that order. Let me pull these out. So first we have Cybernetic Revolution 24-pack box. So these come in hobby and retail. This box seems to be really, really nice. And then they put the code here now. So this is a retail box, 103189. Hobby is 103183, I believe. So that's the retail. So you're only going to get, you're not going to get Cyber and Dragon or anything in that one. Then there is a Cybernetic Revolution first edition box. This is not a retail box. This is a hobby box, 103183. So really nice condition. Both hobby and retail side by side. Which one's which? You would never know. You have to look at the code. So if you're buying these boxes, make sure you look at the code and figure out which one you're buying, because you might end up buying a retail box thinking you have a hobby box. You end up opening it and you have no chance to get the cards you think that you're going to get. All right, just a couple of boxes left. I do have some duplicates of some of these, though that'll be like in box breaks and stuff, but I'm not going to show all the dupes and everything. I'm just going to show you guys the different boxes so you can get a good look at them. I think Shadow of Infinity comes out after this, so perfect. This is a first edition box. Shadow of Infinity, really cool. Some of these you will see open, so get excited about that. 103691. I think it's 103697 for retail. So this is a hobby box. Really good condition, beautiful looking box, awesome stuff. So if I got the Lost Millennium, I would have the first 17 boxes. So I do need to get Lost Millennium. I don't have that at the moment. The last time I had one, I opened it, you know. That's how I do it. Then after this, I think this is the right order. You skip a few because I don't have a lot of them. Strike of Neos, first edition. Another really awesome one for Ben Yugioh card. Is it getting reprinted in Stampede? Probably not. So there it is. Strike of Neos, 2007. We've jumped from 2000. I think Cybernetic Revolution's 2005, late 2005, or is it early 2006? I know Shadow of Infinity 2005. I always get Cybernetic Revolution confused. It's early. No, it is 2005 because GOAT ends right before Cybernetic Revolution, which then, yeah, so it is after, yeah, that's right. So it is 2005. So those are both 2005 boxes, I think. So Strike and Eos is 2007. So we skipped 2006. I have no boxes from 2006, sadly. This is still a really rare box, though. It's actually in really nice shape. A lot of these came from like random cases that we bought for like 50K, like between 12 of us, and I got to get like one box or whatever. So it can be hard to find these boxes, but we had a good opportunity to get some nice ones. And then my last box for vintage, I would say, I do have some new stuff, obviously, and some other stuff like that. But I think I've like, after this, I don't really have any 5Ds boxes or anything right now. So I don't have a lot of that. Force of the Breaker first edition. This one I actually am like is for sale, I think, at the moment on like Whatnot and stuff. But you know, if it doesn't sell, it's staying in the collection. So Force of the Breaker. This is a weird one because it has a code. I'm 95% sure this doesn't have hobby retail. It's just one box. So it's like the last box of GX, I think. Well, not the last box, but the last box before they went back to like, you know, no hobby retail, because they did do hobby retail on Strike and Neos, I believe, but they didn't on Force of the Breaker, which is really confusing. So this is kind of the point where they stopped doing that. A lot of people ask me about hobby retail for new packs because they've seen me talk about it for the old packs. Like, hey, is this hobby or retail? No hobby retail. They stopped doing it in 2007, so it's been a really long time. Thank goodness. It'd be terrible if they did it now. So that is like the backbone of my sealed vintage collection, the $100,000. There are a few extras that make it 100,000 because if you add all these up, it's not 100,000 for what I showed you. There's a few extras, like I have like 3 magic ruler and stuff, so I have like multiples of some different ones, but unfortunately, only 1 LOB at the moment, so I don't have like 5 of those or anything. And while it is an awesome collection, some will be, you know, used for box breaks, so look forward to that. Like tonight at 4 p.m. Central, we'll be doing Metal Raiders. 2 of my boxes from my collection we're going to be opening up, both hobby and retail, so you can get Thousand Dragon and Gate Guardian. And I should probably remind you guys about this giveaway. We're giving away a first edition Blue Eyes and first edition Dark Magician from Legend of Blue Eyes, so you don't want to miss that. It's one of the craziest giveaways I've ever done. It's going to be a really fun stream tonight, so I don't want you guys to miss it. If you want to see more collection videos in the future about like maybe some of the cards I have, or maybe my ghost binder, I know some of you guys want to see that, so let me know in the comments what you do want to see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content like this. At 300K, we'll do some crazy stuff. No, I'm not opening every one of these boxes, so don't ask. And I will see you guys tonight at 4 p.m. Central for the stream. Shout out to Toe Info Show, America Deutscher, Brandon Cheney, Matthew Miller, Ian Musa, Junior Barding, Robert F, and Chang Galang. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.